to This Day. Happy Friday, and it is November 12th. Now, no meetings to tell you about today, but on our show, we have memorial care, and we go over joint replacement. There's a lot of different opportunities these days, and recovery time has been shortened by the technology. And then we also have golf cart path safety with Tom McCray, and he goes over, there's a stretch of a golf cart path in which you can do walking, and he's gonna go over all of that for our safety while you are walking on the golf course. All right, let's take a look at our weather. Boy, we've got some pretty warm temperatures for the next couple of days. Not sure how that is happening, but it's happening, and we are not looking at any rain for quite some time. So we are looking at sunny skies today, 88, 63, 82, 61, 81, 61, 78, 60, and then cloudy skies on Tuesday, 70, 52. If you're traveling in the state of California, take a look at these numbers. Local, we are looking at 78, 61 at the beaches. Santa Barbara, 78, 60. San Diego, 74, 60. Tahoe, 45, 30, so a little on the chillier side up there. Mammoth, 64, 30, and Big Bear, 64, 32. Palm Springs, 92, 63, and Las Vegas, 80, 55. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:21, and our sunset will be at 4:49. And thank you, Sarah, for sending in this lovely photo of the creek. You guys always get some great shots down there at the creek. So appreciate you sending that in. Of course, if you have a photo you would like to share with us, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we come back, we will have the golf cart path safety with Tom McCray, so stick around.
Hearing aids require a lot of attention. Don't underestimate the problems earwax can cause. Come in and see inside your own ear canals to find out how much blockage you have. Debris like earwax can cause up to 45% reduction in amplification. Your hearing aids may be able to be significantly improved to help you hear conversations clearly with a simple office visit. Every day, patients say, "Oh my gosh, that sounds so much better." Stop in or call us today for a complimentary cleaning and ear inspection. Tell them Stuart sent you.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
Introducing Rayas Paradise San Clemente. Boasting a total of 50 luxurious apartments, Rayas Paradise is complete with a multitude of amenities, including a rooftop lounge, restaurant, fitness studio, outdoor courtyards, and beauty salon. Embrace the San Clemente lifestyle with stunning ocean views and the look and feel of a high-end resort. Our doors will be opening soon. Visit us online or call for more information. Rayas Paradise, a tradition of quality care.
Okay, hello, my name's Tom McCray. I'm the Golf Operations Manager here at Laguna Woods Village. There's been a hot topic currently with the GRF boards and with conversations around the community with access to the paths around, in and around the golf course and its safety. We wanted to kind of go over that today and kind of give everybody an idea about what is safe and what is not, what is approved and what is not. And when you are doing something that maybe we don't necessarily recommend, on how best to do it. Historically, what the perimeter path has been called is from this point here, which is right by the pickleball courts, the path that goes outside the perimeter of the golf course and ends up over at Clubhouse 4, at the Arts and Crafts Center at Clubhouse 4. That has been historically the use by pedestrians and people using their personal golf carts to navigate from that side of the property over to the other side of the property in as safe a manner as possible. Keeping in mind, and we'll go out there and we'll take a look, keeping in mind that those areas are actually on the playable parts of the golf course. And as there aren't a lot of professional golfers playing here, the golf balls will tend to go in areas that they're not intended. Actually, most golf balls that are hit in a direction that they're not intended, and they're coming very close to people that may be walking onto the golf course. So what we're going to try to cover today is just the overall idea of how to use those paths, what we recommend doing and not doing, and kind of giving you an overall idea so you can be safe while you're out there. Okay, hello again. This is the Y in the road leading up from the 9th hole at course number 3, and this is where a lot of people don't want to follow the signs. From a safety standpoint, if you are playing golf on course number 3 at the time, and this is your hole, you're going to go off to the right, and that's how people are going to actually start playing the hole. If you are not a golfer or you are not golfing yet, if you have not checked in for your tee time, make sure that you travel to this side, to the left side of the path. This way you're going to be behind the netting and you're not going to be in danger of getting hit with golf balls. So please make sure that as you drive around, if you're a golfer playing the golf course, a pedestrian, or a non-golfer just heading up to Stater Brothers, make sure you follow the signs to be safe. Okay, one other point that we have an issue with from time to time is people that are trying to go across the golf course to get back to the clubhouse or get to the tennis course, whatever the case may be, driving through the middle of the golf course. And that's something that, number one, it's a big safety issue. It's also a course wear issue because you're going to run into people that are occupying the cart paths that are playing the golf course. That's how it's designed. We have a system in place for you to get from one end of the property to the other, and it is the perimeter path. So if you see this sign, if you are going to the clubhouse or you're going to play course 3, please follow the perimeter path on the left. It is not allowed to go through the middle of the golf course by going to the right and trying to go up the middle of the course. There's golf balls being hit, there's carts that are going to be in the way, and we just ask that you make sure you follow the perimeter path. It's really not that much farther, it's not that much inconvenience. So please make sure you're following the signs. Okay, this is our main area of concern. This is an area that's heavily trafficked by pedestrians and people getting from one end of the property to the other. This is the 16th hole or the 7th hole on course number 2. And this is the par 5, and as you can see from looking behind me, we're very, very close to the playing of the round of golf. I have somebody right behind me about to hit a ball, and it's very close to the sides of the fairway. So this is why we don't recommend using this as a pedestrian path. If you can look slightly off to my left, the white line on the border of this path is actually the edge of the golf course. So all of this area is actually on the playable parts of the golf course. I don't know how many people watch a PGA Tour event online, or on television, and you'll actually see tour professionals, the best in the world, firing balls into the gallery where the gallery would be in an area just like this. So as you're in this area, just know that we have signs posted to beware of flying golf balls, and just know that at any moment, I'm actually a little worried right now, so I got one of the sound guys watching my back while we stand here. As you can see, there's a player right here that does not have to hit that poor of a shot to come into this area. So please, your judgment would be your judgment, but right now we recommend not using this area. Okay, everybody, and while we don't recommend using this path for pedestrian traffic, exercise, walking your dog, and things like that, if you do choose to do that, there are a few things that we'd like to point out to keep you safe and to actually help the golfers still enjoy their round of golf. What you can see behind me is you can see some players about to strike a ball. As you're walking down the path, I just ask that you look in and you watch the people that are about to strike a golf ball or are in the process of striking a golf ball, and there's some different tricks that you can take to be safe. If you see somebody, as she's about to hit a golf ball down there, is to stand where you're standing, stop, wait, and watch. And as soon as you see that golf ball traveling, you'll get a good sense of where that golf ball is going to go. And if it's coming right at you, you can take a moment to simply move out of the way. Now I see that ball and it's a little bit short, so I'm actually in good shape. Now, if you do that for just enough time and you're watching until everybody's hit, once you see everybody hitting and either getting out their pull cart and starting to walk or getting in their golf cart and starting to drive, that's the time when you can continue to walk because nobody's striking a ball. Just know that all the golfers that are playing and they tee off in 8-minute intervals. And this golf course is extraordinarily popular. There are people, if we were to pan around and we'll get some B-roll of the golf course, and you'll see that it's very, very full all the time. So there's going to be group after group. So to be safe, you're going to wait. Now you see the golf carts traveling. Now you see her driving her golf cart up here. At this point, that's when I would start to walk. And I would keep an eye to see if somebody is going to hit a shot there. Then I can walk by them safely. And also, as you come up as you're walking around the golf course or driving your cart, a common occurrence we just call it poor etiquette, is if you come up on a golf hole, the starting point is called a teeing ground. And if somebody's about to hit their tee shot or somebody's about to hit a shot in the fairway, don't drive up behind them, don't walk up behind them. What we ask you to do is to come up and you see they're about to hit is just stop and wait. And as soon as all the players in that group have hit, then it's safe to walk. Then you follow them down the fairway and always keeping an eye on where they are so they're not hitting a golf ball behind you. Those are the safety points to operating in this area. But again, we don't recommend it because golf balls generally are not going to go where they're designed. And this area is actually quite condensed, and you'll end up in a very dangerous situation.
Hi, I'm Vince Ferragamo. I spent some of my best years as an NFL quarterback, but today I've got a new team, and we're helping seniors who spent their best years fighting for our country, defending our freedom, and informing the nation. Our hometown heroes need help. AgeWell Senior Services is their lifeline. Nonprofit AgeWell can do all of this because you care enough to give. Please join me in supporting AgeWell. Donate today.
At Freedom Village Assisted Living, we provide loving care and support when your loved one needs it most. We believe in laughing more and caring more. Dining will be an experience, not just a meal. We offer opportunities to create new memories. Your family will feel like they are part of our family as we work toward creating an extraordinary difference in lives worth living. To schedule a tour and complimentary lunch and for more information, please call us at 949-340-8108 or visit our website, freedomvillage.org.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veteran service organization in the nation, with 2.5 million members. And when you add to that the American Legion Auxiliary and the Sons of the American Legion, we have a family of 4 million members, working hard every day for our veterans, our youth, and our communities. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Welcome back. Today I am joined by Dr. James Chen, who is here on behalf of Memorial Care. Well, Dr. Chen, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Lisa. Very nice to meet you.
Now, I understand that you are very new to Memorial Care, so we would certainly like to hear about how your journey brought you to the area. So give us a little background on yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for the introduction. So I'm Dr. James Chen. As you mentioned, I'm new to the area, just this last month, actually. So I specialize in hip and knee replacements, and I focus my care to the patient by customizing with the use of technology and rapid recovery protocols. And so this is really, I've always seen as a gem of Southern California, so I'm very happy to be back in the area.
So where were you before?
So I did most of my training up in Los Angeles and New York City, actually. And so I am coming fresh from New York, so quite a change in pace, but me and my family, we're loving the area.
That's great. Yes. And I'm sure you'll be loving the weather soon, if not already.
Yes.
So obviously, Southern Californians are very active outside and they play a lot of sports, even into their elderly years. I mean, with our community, they are super active: tennis, pickleball, golf. I mean, you name it, they are out there and they're very active. So, of course, our knees hurt, our hips hurt. There's all sorts of things that hurt all the time. So I'm sure you see your fair share of those folks who come to you. So, or come to, the area in terms of needing something done. So give me an idea of why we would replace something as opposed to just kind of nurturing it.
Definitely. And that's a great question, Lisa. And, that's one of the beauties of this area is that we can all enjoy the outdoors. We can stay active. And so when you should consider sort of a hip and knee replacement surgery or come see me is when you can't do those things anymore. And so I think, I'm an active individual. I like to keep my patients active as well. So if you can't do those activities you want to do, like pickleball, tennis, golf, sporting activities, and you are starting to have pain in your hips, your knees, things like anti-inflammatories, therapy, ice are no longer working, then just come in, take your visit. And that's when you should really start considering these replacement surgeries to help you become active again.
So I know that technology has changed quite a bit, over time and obviously for the better. But I still think, in my opinion, that people are still worried about hip replacements or even back surgery or a knee replacement or something, because they're always worried, gosh, what if it doesn't work? And then I'm like, are you worse off than you were before? What would you say to those people?
Definitely, very, very valid concerns. We've come a long way in the past several decades, especially as far as making this a safe and very streamlined procedure. And if you have those concerns, I'd recommend you to come in and talk to us, because we like to sort of exhaust non-operative management first, get you the most out of it. But when it comes to the point of having a back surgery or hip replacement surgery or knee replacement surgery, you'll know typically, and it's generally worth the risk, and it's a very safe and streamlined procedure these days. We do the surgery and you're up walking the same day majority of the time. Same day discharges are now becoming a new thing, which we can discuss later. So it's, I think, changed quite a bit.
Yeah, so let's talk about those procedures. What are some things that you do now that you didn't have maybe 10 years ago?
Yeah, correct. So there's a lot of exciting things, and I could talk for hours on these different technologies that are coming out. But I think as a whole, the new sort of approach, or the approach these days, is really a team-based approach. And I think it's important to know that when we go through this as a patient, you are a part of that team. I'm a part of that team. Your anesthesiologist, your social help at home, whether it be your spouse, family member, a friend, the nursing staff, the hospital staff. It's really a team-based approach. And that sort of, those protocols that are in place, that again, we can go through in detail at some other time, are really the big changes that I see. There are other changes, of course, technology, so certain instruments that help me put the positions in an exact position that I like to sort of put them in, and adjust them and customize them to specific patients. So there are different technologies such as robotics, navigation, that help us sort of do that and execute the surgery in a more minimally invasive approach and a customized approach as well.
I hear a lot about robotic surgery, and I'm just curious because the question was actually posed to me, like, well, what is the advantage of using a robotic situation as opposed to just your hands and actually doing the surgery on the patient as opposed to the robotics?
Correct. That's a great question. I think there's a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to robotics and total joints as well. There's a lot of robotic innovation that's happening in surgery in general. When it comes to total hip and total knee replacement surgeries, the hands-on portion of it is still in the surgeon's hands. It's really a navigation type tool that uses a robotic assistance to actually perform that surgery. So when putting in the components, when preparing the bone, it's an assistive device, but the surgery is always in the surgeon's hands.
So what does it assist you with?
I think the big thing is preoperative planning. So with some of the robots out there, before we do any cuts, before we even get to the operating room, we can plan the size of implants, the position based off your pelvic anatomy, your spine anatomy, helps us go into the surgery with an ideal target in a safe zone for that individual patient, and then helps guarantee the execution of that. And again, as surgeons, we're trained to do this very well. And total hips is one of the most successful procedures in history of medicine. And so clearly it's a very well-performing surgery. This just allows us to push the procedure a little bit further down that mark.
Okay, so if somebody was a candidate for a hip replacement or even a knee replacement, I imagine they would have to have x-rays or MRIs. And at that time is when you would use your robotic assistance as to how to identify what you would use. And then that person would come in for surgery?
Correct. There are many different types. And so it does depend, but there are some based off anatomy. We always check x-rays on all of our patients before the surgery. Some we have to get advanced imaging, which then we sort of use the robotic planning and navigation to then make those specific plans, as you mentioned. Correct.
Okay. All right, great. Now, of course, we're just coming out of our pandemic for the most part, and people are still concerned about coming back to having surgery. Is that something that you can advise them to do today?
Yeah, definitely. And, I was just having this conversation earlier today, there's been a lot of changes in the medical field when it comes to the pandemic, obviously. And when it comes to an elective surgery like total hip and knee replacements, there's been a lot of that question. Is it a good time to go to the hospital? And argue that depending on where you are, it's almost safer. And that's because of all of the things that we've done at the hospital. So when you come to the hospital, everybody that you encounter that works there has either been vaccinated or tested negative. Patients that now come to the hospital have to prove themselves testing negative. And so the process as far as getting patients in the door, there's at least some verification there. There's also been a big push with getting patients home safely, and that's where that team approach that I previously mentioned sort of comes into play. And then we're also offering more education, so our preoperative classes for total hip and knees are all done virtually now as well. And so that's been a good resource for the majority of our patients. So I think now is actually a very good and safe time to have these elective surgeries done.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you sharing that information with us, and welcome to the area.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Thank you for having me.
All right, you're welcome. And we'll be right back after this.
I'm very concerned that patients with stroke, heart attack, sepsis, or other medical emergencies are delaying care. Let me reassure you, it is safe and critically important that you do not ignore the signs and symptoms such as chest discomfort, shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, or sudden onset of headache. If you think you may be having a medical emergency, don't wait, call 911 or go to your nearest emergency room.
For more than 30 years, Active Care has been providing the highest level of care to residents with Alzheimer's or other memory loss. We specialize in memory care. That's our sole focus. With 3 levels of care and an engaging activity program, Active Care enhances life for every resident every day. Our newest community, Active Care Laguna Hills, will open this fall. We're now accepting reservations. Call 949-877-8233 to learn more.
Welcome back. Our movie for today is called Black Widow, and I think you'll really enjoy this. Marvel, based on Marvel Comics, of course, and you can see that today at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles, and that's brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. Just wanted to let you know that our Laguna Woods History Center is open, and they call it your place in local history, and it's right next to the Village Library. It is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. or by appointment, and you can call 206-0150. And then wanted to let you know that there is something coming up that's being put on by Tilda Research. We've interviewed them a couple of times here. It is a clinical trial Alzheimer's prevention screening, and it is going to be held on 11/20, November 20th, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's going to be behind the Laguna, over at the Laguna Hills Mall in the parking lot near the Marseille Furniture. So you will want to check that out, and if you want to participate, you can contact them at their phone number, which is 589-4444. And so if you want to check that out, you do need to be, there are some parameters, and you need to be between 55 and 80 years old, and you can always ask them for more information. All right, real quick, bingo. This Saturday, tomorrow, it will start at 3:15. If you want to participate, it's $45 per person, and you need to call 949-380-0155. All right, let's take a look at our weather one last time. The weekend is looking very nice. It's kind of warm today. 88 today, which is a little on the warm side. Tomorrow, 82. Beautiful on Sunday, 81, 61. Monday, 78, 60. And then cloudy on Tuesday, 70, 52. If you're traveling in California, take a look at these great numbers. Local beaches 78-61, Santa Barbara 78-60, San Diego 74-60, Tahoe 45-30, Mammoth 64-30, Big Bear 64-32. We need those numbers lower so we can get some snow out there. Palm Springs 92-63, and Las Vegas 80-55. Have a great day in the Village. Happy Friday. You can always rewatch our program at 12:30 and 5 right here on Village Television, or check out our YouTube channel, which is Village Television. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.